Hello guys, welcome to Board's Mastery series. We will be covering the chapter Mensuration. Watch this video till the end and you will get a complete overview of the concept of this chapter. In this video, we will be covering three parts. Part 1, what is volume and surface area. Part 2, different 3D solids with formulas. And Part 3, tips and tricks while solving the sums. Let's start with Part 1. We have what is volume and surface area. So in this chapter, we only deal with 3D objects or 3D solids, mainly sphere, cylinder and cone. Now let's talk about the volume and surface area of these solids. What is volume? Amount of space occupied by the solid. Let's say we have this ball. This is a sphere. So the amount of space, the 3D space which it occupies is called the volume. So if the ball was bigger, it would occupy more space, hence more volume. So if this ball is bigger than this ball, so this will have a bigger volume. So bigger the object, more the volume. Next we have surface area. Surface area is the total sum of area of outer part of the solid. So let's take this cube. If one face is 10 and there are 6 faces, so the total surface area would be the sum of area of outer part of the solid. So 10, 10, 10, 10, 6 times. So 60 will be the surface area of this cube. We have now understood what is volume and surface area. Let's move on to part 2. Part 2 is different 3D solids with formulas. So we will discuss all the 3D solids in the chapter. We have cylinder. There are two types, solid and hollow. We have cone, right circular cone. We have cube, cuboid, sphere. There are three types of sphere, solid sphere, spherical shell and hemisphere. We have this solid cylinder over here. Let's assume this is a solid cylinder. It's not hollow from inside. Let's assume that. So let's understand how the volume and surface area we got the formula. So this is a circle. Now the area of this circle will be pi r square. Now this circle gets repeated h number of times because h is the height. So this much area is pi r square, and this is repeating for h amount of length. So the volume will be the area of the cross section multiplied by the height. So the area will be pi r square h. So this is how we got the volume. Now let's see how we get the surface area. Now surface area of this cylinder would be, surface area definition is the amount of area of the outer surface of the object. So we have to add all the areas of the outer surface. So this is one outer surface, this is one outer surface, and the third one is this curved surface of the cylinder. So we have two circles, so we can write pi r square plus pi r square. Then we have this curved surface. Now if you see, how do we find the area of the curved surface? So first let's see the perimeter of this. So we'll get this ring, the length of the ring. The length of the ring is 2 pi r. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. And this 2 pi r is getting repeated for h length. So we'll get the outer surface area. So 2 pi r, so we'll add 2 pi r multiplied by h. Because this circle is repeating for h number of time, and we'll get the area of the outer part. So this comes out to 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Hence we got this formula. We have a hollow cylinder now. So it's completely hollow from inside. Now h will be the height of the cylinder. So the inner radius would be from the center to the inner part, and outer radius would be from the center to the outer part. So we have these three parameters. Now how do we find the volume? Now the volume of this cylinder would be different because it's hollow. Volume is the amount of area it occupies. Since it is hollow, we'll have to subtract the volume of the inside part. So what we will do, first we will find the volume of the whole cylinder and then subtract it with the volume of the inside part. So we will get the volume of the hollow cylinder. The volume of the outer cylinder would be pi capital R square h. So we'll get the whole outer portion included volume, and the inner volume we will get pi small r square h, because we take the inner radius. When we subtract it, we get the volume of the hollow part. So the inside volume will be subtracted. This was the volume of the hollow cylinder. So for surface area, okay, imagine this is also open from the bottom. So the total surface area would be 2 multiplied by the cross section area. So this cross section and the bottom cross section plus the outer curved surface area plus the inner curved surface area. Now the cross sectional area would be the area of the outer circle minus the area of the inner circle. We have got this. Now the outer curved surface area would be pi capital R square multiplied by h, and the inner curved surface area would be pi small r square multiplied by h. So when we add all of them, we get this formula. Now we have a cone. There are three things. The height of the cone h, r is the radius of the circular portion in the bottom, and L is the slant height. So this length is the slant height called L. Now volume of this cone would be, volume of a cone is 1/3 of volume of the cylinder of the same base and height. So volume of the cone would be 1/3 pi r square h. Surface area would be the curved surface area plus the base area. The curved surface area will be pi r L plus base area would be pi r square. Okay, now we have a sphere. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. Surface area is 4 pi r square. Now this was a solid sphere. Now imagine if this was spherical shell. So it's a sphere, but inside it's hollow. You can imagine it like a coconut. So the spherical shell, the volume will be 4/3 pi r cube minus small r cube, where capital R is the radius of the outer part and small r is the radius of the inner part. Now we have hemisphere. If we cut this into two parts, we will get a hemisphere. So this is the half of the sphere. So the volume of a hemisphere will obviously be half of the sphere. So 4/3 pi r cube upon 2 will be 2/3 pi r cube. Now the surface area would be half of the surface area plus the area of this portion. So the surface area is 4 pi r square. So half will be 2 pi r square plus the circular area will be pi r square. So the answer is 3 pi r square. Cube and cuboid. Cube is a 3D square and cuboid is a 3D rectangle. Let's take this rectangle. The volume of this cuboid would be area of one face multiplied by the width. So area of one face multiplied by the width, because this is the area and it's repeating for this width number of times. This will be the volume. The surface area would be sum of all area of all the faces. So sum of area of this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. So 6 faces. Let's move on to part 3, tips and tricks. Let's say we have a sum of shape reformation. In that they tell us that there is a metal cube which is melted and turned into a metal sphere. In that case, you know that if this is melted and became this, then the volume of both the shapes would be the same. So you can just equate both the volumes and find the missing value. Let's take another example. In the sum, let's say if they have given a rectangle sheet is curved into a cylinder, then we can say that the curved surface area of the cylinder would be equal to the area of the rectangle. Next we have submerged. So sums in which they talk about some object is submerged in the water. Let's say this was the initial water level, and when the object is submerged, it rose to this level. Let's say a cube is submerged. So this extra volume which rose would be equal to the volume of the object. So you can equate the volumes and find the missing value here as well. Next we have combination of solids. If they have given, let's say, a cone and a sphere, they are both combined. So the volume will be simply the addition of both of the objects separately. Thank you guys for watching. Click here to view the full playlist.